Hi, it's almost over. I'm shooting this December 31st, 2014, and tonight at midnight, 2015. I'm John Gross, and I'm calling this story The Happiest Person I Met in 2014. It was back in March, and a good friend, a close friend, Tim Underhill, messaged me and said that he was going to be in Minneapolis. He had a layover in his plane, and he said, is there any way we can meet? Hadn't seen him for a couple of years. I said, well, sure, and we'll go to Mall of America because it's very close to the airport. So as we're walking Mall of America, I tell him, I said, there are a couple things you have to see here. One of them is a seat, a special seat, because when Mall of America was built, it was built where Metropolitan Stadium used to be, where the Minnesota Vikings and Minnesota Twins played. And I said they have a red chair there to honor a home run hit by Harmon Killebrew, a Hall of Fame baseball player. Harmon Killebrew hit a ball 522 feet. And to honor him, they have a seat marked red, painted red, to mark where that 522 feet was. And then down on the main floor, where the rides are, they have a home plate, and it says Harmon Killebrew stood here when he hit the record 522 feet home run. So we're at Mall of America, and we're going store after store after store. We have lunch at Bubba Gump's and get done. And I said, I think I know where this is at, that seat. I said, we're on level 3. I think we can see it from here. I know it's by the log chute ride. So we walk over, and we're looking, and I can't find it. He can't find it. There's a guy next to us. He's wearing a blue work shirt and jeans and a handkerchief in his back pocket. I say, do you happen to know where that Harmon Killebrew seat is, where he hit the ball? He says, yeah, you just have to bend over a little further. It's a railing, got to bend over a little further. I did, Tim did. I look and say, there it is. Tim, do you see it? He said, yes. I thank the guy. Oh, man, loved it. He says, I love working here. You work here? Yeah, I love working here. He says, I grew up in Bloomington, where the Mall of America is. He said, I used to come here all the time as a little kid because my hero was Harmon Killebrew. I love Harmon Killebrew. He gave me an autograph. I met him once. Harmon Killebrew was my idol. And to think I'm working where Harmon Killebrew played. I said, well, what do you do here? And he said, if Peter Pan was alive, he'd want my job. Both Tim and I laughed out loud. Are you kidding me? Well, what do you do? And he said, well, when I was a little kid, as much as I like baseball, I like riding roller coasters. I love roller coasters. And he said, every morning before Mall of America even opens, I get to ride the roller coasters. I said, you ride roller coasters for a job. Well, what do you do? He said, he bent over to show me what he did. He says, I listen for the sound of the bolts. You listen for the sound of the bolts. What are you talking about? He said, if I hear the bolts, there might be a problem. And as much as I love baseball and roller coasters, I love to fix things. I've loved that my whole life. I have a perfect job. And I said, I'm going to ask you a question. Now, I probably know the answer. Let me ask it. Do you love your job? He says, yeah, but don't tell anybody. I want to keep it. And I got to thinking of the guy last night. I don't know what he makes, but imagine I would offer him $250,000 for another job, but it would be in Bemidji, Minnesota. He'd have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it'd be a desk job on a computer. Would he be just as happy as what he's making now? For $250,000, is it the money that makes you happy? Then I thought, what if I offered him $500,000? But he'd have to get up at 4 in the morning, every morning, drive there, and then drive 4 hours back, work an 8 or 10-hour shift, but it's for $500,000. I don't think he'd take it. And I hope you have a job like that, a job that you love. And my wish for you in 2015 is that all your dreams will come true. And a special shout out to my cousin, Jim Hamlin in Denver, Iowa. He sent me a gift and I got it yesterday. It's a tripod that's holding the camera, the iPhone I'm shooting with, that's holding there. Jim, it works. I owe you and your whole family 2 Mama Nick's large pizzas in Waterloo, Iowa. Oh, hope you have a good night tonight and a good year starting tomorrow. Thanks for watching. This is John Gross.